The delegates welcome on board for the orientation program for Certified Corporate Finance Analyst. This is one of the very prominent course and the best-selling course for World Academy across the globe. And we got different batches by this time, and we are happy to start the new batch very soon. Today is the orientation program, and today we have our resource person. There is a one and only resource for this course. Will be about the insights and the points from this course. So how this course will be benefited for your career acceleration. This is Rupok Zaidi. I'm working with World Academy, and I will be going through a couple of information with you. What is World Academy and what is the credibility of World Academy itself, and of course how the course will be administered. After this, our resource person will take care about the other part. So let me share my screen. I will take around 10-12 minutes time fully, not more than that. World Academy for Research and Development. This is an UK-based professional certification organization, and we are proudly telling you that this is almost the largest professional certification institute in the world. You will hardly find an institute which has this type of wide range of professional programs. We have around 200 plus certification programs. What we are launching around 65 plus countries. So this is really a very pride scenario for World Academy and its alumni. Worldacademy.uk, that is our website address and the learning management system address. And our motto is shaping expertise, nurturing ambitions, and elevate your potential. World Academy is always beside the professionals for accelerating their career growth by enabling them some very professional skill sets and competencies. We are ISO certified organization. We have a couple of ISO certifications: 17024, 410180, 21001, 30414. So like learning management system, like online course, like personal certification, these all are the ISO certifications we do have. And our global landscape, who we are actually, the portfolio of World Academy can see, we have 65 plus countries presence. And we expanded the fast growing organization in the world, you can say, in the learning industry. In the last 2 years' time, we expanded in 15 countries, and the number is counting. And in 2025, our target to reach 100 countries. 200 plus programs from academic to certified programs. So for professionals as well as for academic programs, we do have collaborating with 60 plus companies, trained over 30,000 professionals across 65 countries so far. And the number is counting on daily basis. Not only daily, it could be hourly basis even. 132 instructors with 15 plus years of industry experience in different sectors, and around from 10-12 countries, the instructor from 10-12 countries. 30% of our alumni hold C-suite roles in major organizations, including government organizations, including INGOs, including group of companies, financial institutions, banks, and whatnot. So covering every industries, we are leading every industries. 95% course completion rate. So the passing rate is very high for us as well, because we nurture our people, we nurture our participants to make them qualified for different courses. It is not only the assessment based, it is also learning plus assessment, both. Why World Academy is the right choice? Why people are choosing us? So according to the certified program, there are 150 plus. And the 30 plus master's level programs. So 40 plus diploma level programs, 200 plus workshops we did in 2024, which is free at cost. So we are always, developing our community. Scholarships and corporate packages available, user-friendly learning management system, an easy learning approach, easy accessible, and very reasonable feature for us is affordability. our motto is education for all. It is not only for the rich people, certification for all people. So we try to minimize the cost and reach majority of our people to so that they can enable themselves to avail this type of globally recognized professional certification from World Academy. And we do offer badges the Cridley through the Cridley.com, which is a Pearson supported education, Pearson supported digital badge issuer organization, which is the largest one. Our global affiliation, member of American Accreditation Association. World Academy is member of ASC, AAA, approved center by Cambridge Academy of Professional, and your course, this course, CCA, is also being validated by Cambridge Academy of Professionals UK. Approved center by ProfQual, approved center by Board of HR Certification UK, approved provider of HRCI, SHRM, and HET US, SHRM Academically Aligned Institute, an accredited institute by International Professional Accreditation Council, which is a Singapore-based certification awarding organization. We're the member for CPD Group, partner for Singapore Training and Development Association, partner of Institute KPA Specialist, and another institute is Academy of Business English and Communication. So these are our global affiliation for World Academy. And this course, Certified Corporate Finance Analyst, CCFA, is validated by Cambridge Academy of Professional. There is the digital badge. After successful completion of this course, you will receive this digital badge from Gridley by Pearson. And there is the sample certificate for your course. You can see that this is the credential, basically. It's not only the course, it's a credential. You can use this designation, CCFA, beside your name. And the success story, you have completed 4th batch. And this is the 5th batch we are going to start. 135 altogether right now, CCFA, those who have completed from different 17 countries. These are the institutes where people are working. You see the banks, you see a World Food Program, different corporates. Then this is also banks. This is the INGO. This is also government organizations in Ghana. This is also a government organization. So in different organizations, they are, the people, the alumni are working with these renowned organizations in different companies and in different countries as well. The features for this course, 9 practical focused modules. Altogether, there are 9 modules for this course. And usually we are taking 4 months time, live online class. We are doing live online session, classes on weekend, the Sunday only. The Sunday is the class time. The 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. GMT, the class timing, online exam facility, and we will share the synopsis of the class recording. The free books and materials are there, live interaction through learning management system, and live chat support through the web chat. Job-oriented learning, you will find focus on competency framework, extensive practice during the course. You will get, extensive practices during the course, simulation exercises, equipped with tools and formats, online live session, self-paced also available, and global resources. Mr. Resource person from Malaysia. Total 9 modules, 8 sessions, each session 2 hours, so total 16 hours class. Module wise 3 assignment you need to submit and 1 final exam and final assignment, which is called capstone project. These are the modules. I'm not going through this modules details. Mr. Param Krishna will be talking about the modules. The assessment part, there will be final exam, 1 and only exam, multiple choice question based exam, 50 questions, 60 minutes time, 100 marks. Passing marks is 70%. And 1 pre-course assignment. This is for learning purpose, no assessment here. 3 class-based assignment. There will be 3 assignment altogether in between. and one final assignment or capstone project. Every item having separate qualifying options. 70% is the qualifying marks for each item. So modularized assignment 3, exam 1, capstone project 1. For each item, you need to qualify. There will be review and question answer session, capstone project, class recording we can share, opportunity to attend the makeup exam free at cost. So there is one exam, scheduled exam. There is no charges for this. At the same time, once if you cannot qualify it or cannot attend it due to time constraint, you have a second chance, which is called makeup exam. That is also free at cost. After that, if you need any further attempt, anyone, then you need to pay $15 per exam. The class material we will share within 1 or 2 days time. Class notification you will receive through the WhatsApp group or even email. Due to trainers emergency, sometimes class may be shifted or rescheduled. If it is, it will be shifted to the other week, not in other day. All materials will be shared through online learning management system and attendance will be recorded. So during the session, please use your full name so system can detect your attendance. You will get electronic certificate within 10 days time after successful completion of the course. The result is published. The digital badge will be received at the same time, and printed certificate we used to send 4 times a year. So whatever the time slots comes after the result published of you for your course, you will get the certificate at the time. We want feedback from you during the course or after the course so that we can share through our social media. There is the phases, 4 phases. First phase is pre-course, second phase is classes, third phase is assessment, fourth phase is certification. You can contact us through email, through learning management system, and through WhatsApp as well. And for your notification, the class will be starting from 7, right? 6 April. The class will be starting from 6 April. Am I correct, Nazmul? I think so. Okay. So now I'm going to hand over to Param sir. And then if there is any questions, we will take care of that as well. Sir, please proceed.
Okay, thank you, Rupa. Hi, everybody. My name is Param. I'm from Malaysia. Let me share my screen. Okay, as Rupa mentioned, let me introduce myself. I'm Param, but you have get a brief profile of me. Let me proceed with this. Okay. So basically, this is how I look like. I've been a consultant and working with IT services company and finance companies, basically. I'm a business professional with degree in accounting from the local university in Malaysia. I'm a member of the Malaysian Institute of Accountants. I have more than 30 years of experience. I have combined experience providing training within organizations, which covers different categories of staff, executives, mid-level, and managers, okay, in both IT and supply chain. Okay, I have conducted programs with Malaysian Institute of Management and also the Federation of Malaysian Manufacturers. Okay, so I have we have also conducted in-house trainings for companies who request for such training. Okay, so basically my key focus areas are supply chain management, finance and accounting, project management, change management, service management, ITIL. Okay, career history, basically I worked in the MNCs, Prime Computers, Franklin Portland, IAPMC, Pete Marwick, Philip Morris, which is Tobacco, H Compact, which is IT based, which is now taken over by Hewlett Packard, HP. So I worked in Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia. So that's in a nutshell my experience in as a person in this industry. Okay, let me explore the course overview here. I will go through this a bit slow so that you can understand me clearly. Okay, so that subsequently, if you have any questions, you can ask them. Okay. Now, basically, in this program, we will provide an in-depth understanding here of what is corporate finance. Okay, where we look at what are the key concepts and what are the tools that are used in corporate finance. Okay, bear in mind that corporate finance is a different aspect of accounting, which is varies differently from financial accounting, for example. Okay, financial accounting is more recording.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry for interruption, sir. Our students asking for you little bit talks louder.
Louder. Oh, right. Okay. Okay. I will provide you a course overview. Basically, what we do under the CCFA program is we have 9 modules, which will be compressed to 8. I will touch on them subsequently. What we will do here is we will actually provide you an in-depth exploration of the key concept of corporate finance. What are the tools that are actually used in corporate finance itself? Okay. So how do we start this? Okay, for you to be able to do and appreciate and undertake the role or responsibility of a corporate finance analyst, you need to understand financial statements. Okay, that's the bottom line. Okay, so we will cover the balance sheet, the statement of income statement of profit and loss, and the cash flow statement. Okay, so you will learn how to analyze the statement. Okay, so that you can actually assess the company's financial performance and make informed decisions. Okay, so basically, a corporate finance analyst basically looks at the financial statement, arrives at whatever conclusions, and so that whoever needs to make a decision will make those decisions. Okay. Now, what will happen when you acquire these skills? Okay, not only will you be better equipped to appreciate the company's financial, okay, but you also help makes your decision-making process more effective, okay? So you have actually essentially have a competitive advantage and overall enabling them so that you contribute positively to the organization's goals, okay? We will explore the responsibilities and the skill set of the corporate finance skills as we go along, but here I just want to summarize the overview of this program itself. Okay, so corporate finance basically contains the financial skills needed to fund or run a business. Okay, including raising funds, okay, internal cash management. Okay, so that you can meet your short-term financial obligations and how are funds deployed, how are capital expenditures incurred, for example, through the process of capital budgeting, how are investments made, how are acquisitions, how are mergers done. Okay, so it addresses such core issues so that you develop an appropriate capital structure and determine the best type of available funding. Okay, so that's one thing that you will understand from here. Financing decisions are basically fundamental here to corporate finance. Okay, so you'll explore the different sources of financing available to companies. Okay, different sources means you can. How do you raise finance? You can raise finance from the capital market. Okay, you can raise finance from borrowing. Okay, so you have one way of raising finance is through debt. The other way of raising finance is issuing of shares so that it is capital. Okay, so you learn about debt financing, equity financing, and you will understand the trade-off. Okay, that means you look at the pros and cons of debt financing and versus equity financing, which should be better. What should be your optimal capital structure? Okay, so that this will enable you to make appropriate financing decisions. Okay, we will understand and go through in detail what is meant by optimal capital structure in one of the modules itself. But this is one of the things that the course provides. Okay. So effective management of course current assets is vital for maintaining liquidity, okay, because the topic covered includes working capital management, cash flow analysis, inventory management, and accounts receivable management. These are all effectively tools that you use to manage your short-term liquidity position of the company, okay, so that you look at to see whether the company has sufficient current assets to be able to meet its current liabilities, for example. Okay, so you learn that through this topic, and you will actually understand what is working capital management all about. Okay, then you'll be exposed to some capital budgeting techniques like net present value, okay, internal rate of return, and payback period. Okay, you'll understand the differences and how to use them. What are the formulas that are used to calculate this one? Using these tools to make your investment decision. Okay, what are the pros and cons of this techniques that we have? For example, what is the difference between IRR, NPV, and payback period? Okay, so we will look at concepts of time value of money and things like that. Okay, so that you are able to use these techniques, okay, to evaluate investment projects and make informed decisions based on expected cash flows and profitability, which is the ultimate goal of any organization itself. Okay, so you will also be able to identify the cost provide information, the functions, benefits, and challenges of various forms of mergers and acquisition. Why do people merge? What is the reason for mergers? Okay, what are the types of mergers? What is the meaning of horizontal merger? What is the meaning of a vertical merger? Okay, so we will understand this so that we will look at it both from the perspective of the buyer and also the seller, so that you have arrived at an appropriate valuation of the bidding techniques that you have been exposed to. Okay, now let me go through in detail what are the modules. Okay, we have looked at module 1. Okay, so this is basically just now was an overview. So we have 8 modules here. We have combined module 1 and 2 so that you understand this better. But the most key important thing that you must appreciate, okay, is you must have an understanding of financial statements, okay, to be able to do corporate finance activity. Okay, so you will be exposed to in module 1, introduction to corporate finance. Okay, so you look at the structure of businesses. Remember, we have a limited company, we have a partnership, we have sole proprietor. What are the differences of this business types, and how do this type of businesses raise capital? What are the corporate finance activities that are associated with this type of businesses? Our prime focus here in this course will be actually, of course, for limited companies. Okay, so you will look at concepts of corporate finance, appreciate what corporate finance is, what's the difference between corporate finance and, for example, financial management. Okay, how do we structure this? Then we will look at things like the structure of the capital market. Okay, so what is the capital market? So you understand what is the capital market. What does the capital market consist of? So this module will cover all of those aspects of it. Now, in module 2, like I said, we will focus on the financial statement, okay, and analyze the income statement. So these are 2 components in this module, okay. What we will cover in financial statements is we will go through the core financial statements that are normally mandated by regulatory organizations like the IFRS or your Companies Act that you operate in your country. Okay, so the financial statement essentially will include the balance sheet, the income statement, and the cash flow statement. So you will understand and look at this statement and see how they are prepared, for example. Okay, so you will also appreciate the content of this financial statement. You need to appreciate the content of this financial statement, because when you do analysis as a corporate finance analyst, okay, you need to understand where you're going to get this information from. So it is essential that you understand the financial statement. So we will cover the content and we will show you how financial statement. We will show you what is a format, a standard format of this financial statements all about. Okay, then we will focus in on the income statement. What does the income statement consist of? It consists of revenue, expenses, and profit. Okay, what is revenue? What is expenses? Okay, all of this will be covered in the income statement aspect of this module 2. In module 3, we will of course look at the balance sheet. So we will understand again here the content of the balance sheet. Okay, then we will focus on the concept of the accounting equations, where assets equal liabilities plus shareholders equity. Okay, so what does the balance sheet consist of? It consists of assets. How are assets broken down? Current assets, fixed assets. What is the definition of current asset? What's the definition of fixed asset? What is a current liability? What is a current asset? All of this you need to understand because, like I said, as a corporate finance analyst, you need to calculate ratios. When you need to calculate ratios, you need to obtain this information from this financial statement. So you need to understand where you need to obtain this information. So we will look at what is the format of a balance sheet, how do you, what is the comparative figures that you are looking at as far as the balance sheet is concerned. So similarly, we will also focus on the cash flow statement. So basically, what is the cash flow statement? The cash flow statement talks about the cash inflows and outflows of a business entity for a particular or during a particular period. Okay, so you will understand what are the activities that constitute the cash flow statement. Okay, so primarily you look at cash flow statement, you look at operational activities. These are activities that arise from your basic business operations. That means whatever that you do, you may be trading, you may be a manufacturer. That is your funds that come from operational activities. Then you got financing activities. What do? You may be buying fixed assets, you may be buying vehicles, you may be buying buildings, for example. So you are looking at that. Then you look at investment. So the cash flow statement breaks down the thing into these three key main activities, and you will understand what are the content of the three main activities. So you will also learn to understand that there is a difference between, for example, the cash flow statement and the income statement. We will analyze those differences and understand it, and we will focus on that. Okay. Then in module 5, we will look at the sources and forms of financing. Like I mentioned to you, there are many places in which a business entity can source for its funds. Okay. One of these, like I say, is debt, and one of it is from shareholders' equity by issuing shares. So you look at things like ordinary shares, preference shares. We will not go into the gory details of those shares, but we will just so that you are aware that these are sources and forms of financing. In module 6, of course, a critical module where you look at the cost of capital and capital structure. Remember, I discussed business organizations must have an optimal capital structure. The capital structure consists of debt and equity. Okay, so you can view the capital structure as a pie. Okay, and you would divide between debt and equity. So what portion consists of debt? What portion consists of equity? And what is the optimal structure that a business should maintain? Okay, so we will understand, and then we will learn how to calculate things like the weighted average cost of capital, WACC, WACC, it's called. Okay, so that you understand because every element of financing that a business entity raises involves cost. So you need to calculate what is the cost of capital. If I borrow, what is it going to cost me? If I issue share, what is it going to cost me? Okay, so you need to look at that aspect of it, and that will be covered in module 6. In module 7, we'll focus on having understood all the basic rigmarole of the financial statements and the content of the financial statements. Then you will focus on how do you do financial analysis. And one of the main things that we'll focus on here is actually looking at ratio analysis. Okay, so that you can decide on how you want to, let's say, for example, manage your short-term liquidity. So you calculate, fundamentally, there are 4 key types of ratios: liquidity ratio, solvency ratio, okay, profitability ratio, and efficiency ratio. And within these 4 major groups of ratios, you will further break it down into sub-ratios. So if you look at liquidity ratio, what is liquidity ratio? Liquidity ratio basically involves to see whether you have sufficient funds to be able to pay off your debt. Okay, so when you look at liquidity ratio, you calculate things like the current ratio, the cash ratio. So this, we will understand it. We will give examples. We will provide practical examples, which are real life examples. Yeah, these are not examples for you. So you can apply them in your own the business organization itself. Okay, and lastly, we will look at mergers and acquisitions. Okay, so we will try and understand why do companies want to merge, what is the reason they want to merge. Okay, how do they merge? Okay, then how do you account for it when they merge? Okay, so these are some what are the types of mergers that are there. Sometimes they've got horizontal, sometimes you'll find terminology that's been introduced. Okay, vertical merger, or okay, sometimes you call it other names, so that we will give you the details of those names within this module itself. So this fundamentally covers the 8 modules under this program on CCFA. Okay, so having understood that, we will take the I will take the questions subsequently when I end my presentation. Okay, now you as a person or as a student or a participant, what do you get out of it? Okay, so we will focus on the learning outcome. What will you understand? You will understand what are the key concepts of corporate finance and what are the main activities of corporate finance. Is capital budgeting part of corporate finance? Is investment decision making part of corporate finance? So when you're not aware of all of this, you get an understanding by attending this course to be able to have an appreciation of those things. Okay, so then you will look at what are the objectives of financial management. Okay, then you will understand the structure of capital markets. Capital markets consist of okay, the stock market. Okay, for example, the money market, the foreign exchange market, for example. Okay, there could be other markets that are there. So you understand how companies can raise money using the capital markets. Okay, so you will understand, of course, the fundamentals of finance and accounting as we go through the understanding of the financial statement itself. Okay, so we will cover in one of the modules I told you, module 2, 3, and 4, where we will cover the core financial statement and the structure of this financial statement and what do the purpose of this financial statement. What do they tell you? For example, the balance sheet is called a statement of financial position. That means it tells you the net worth of the business at a particular point in time. What does the P&L tell you? The P&L tells you how profitable the company is. What is the cash inflow and outflow tell you? It tells you how much money that the company has in terms of cash so that it's able to meet its short-term and long-term financial obligations. Okay, so you will identify the components of the financial statement as I mentioned earlier. Okay, you will understand the significance of each financial statement. Okay, and then you will also look at comparative figures. Yeah, so because this allows you to do trend analysis. Okay, so whenever let me restate this. Yeah, financial statement, basically when you present financial statements are provided on a comparative basis because that's a requirement under the International Accounting Standards 1. Okay, so that users of the financial statement, who are the users, the stakeholders, okay, both internal and external. Internal is the management, external can be banks, government agencies, lenders, venture capitalists, okay, so that you understand all of this. Okay, so bear that in mind. Okay, you will analyze and interpret the key elements of the balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow, as I mentioned in one of the modules. This is just reiterating this. This is what you will pick up after attending the course. That's what I'm trying to focus on. Okay, so you will learn how to apply the financial ratios I mentioned to you: liquidity, profitability, efficiency. Okay, and there's something called solvency, which looks at long-term aspects of the company's business. Okay, so that you can actually assess the financial health of the company more accurately. Okay, so you can use the different types of ratios. We will, like I said in the example. Okay, so you will learn the formulas for the ratios. For example, what is the current ratio? Current ratio is basically current assets divided by current liabilities, and its answer is given in the number of times. How much of current assets do you have to be able to meet your current liabilities? So that is the short-term liquidity profitability matrix. Okay, so of course you can evaluate the solvency by calculating the debt ratio. Debt ratio is what is your debt ratio to capital? What's your debt ratio, for example, debt to equity ratio? Like I mentioned to you, your capital structure consists of debt and capital. what component is debt, what component is capital. Okay, so you will able to look at that and see, and you hear terms like gearing, whether this company is very highly geared. If you are highly geared, you think lenders will lend you money, so you will understand this, and so that you know that somebody who uses, like for example, the bankers or the lenders of funds to you, will calculate this ratio so that they can see how your business is doing. Okay. So you also, of course, by calculating the ratios, you look at the operational efficiency using inventory turnover ratio, for example. How fast is my inventory converted into sales, for example? Receivable turnover, for example, how fast do I convert my receivable into cash? Okay. So it's very important. So when you calculate the receivable turnover ratio, for example, you will then decide, okay, maybe it takes 30 days for me to be able to collect my receivable. So what do I do then? Okay, so then I can decide, look, I need to tell my finance people who are in charge of receivables to make faster collections. Maybe I want to reduce it from 30 days to 15 days. So these ratios are calculated. These ratios provide you with information, and these ratios provide you with activities that you can undertake to improve the situation. Okay, so you can manage your assets, okay, including cash, inventory, receivable, so that you achieve operational efficiency. For example, you will know how much of cash that you are doing by looking at the P&L. It tells you what your net income, that means it's profitable, but it does not tell you how much of cash you have. Where do you look for the cash information? From the cash inflow and cash outflow that comes from the cash flow statement. Okay, so that's the fundamental difference between the cash flow statement and the income statement. Okay, so we will go into the gory details of that so that you understand those differences. Okay, so you can also use this to analyze corporate investment and financing decisions. So you look at it when you calculate things like the weighted average cost of capital. Is it cheaper for me to borrow from the bank, or is it cheaper for me to issue shares and raise the capital through my shareholders? Okay, so you will then be able to evaluate the financing decision, okay, by looking at optimal capital structure, okay, by looking at, of course, the cost of capital, okay. So you look at the weighted average cost of capital. These are some of the calculations that we will go through with examples, of course, okay. So you can use how investment decisions are made using capital budgeting decision, okay. So apply the techniques like NPV, net present value, okay. How do I apply net present value? Okay, if I have two investment opportunities A and B, when I use net present value, how do I decide which one to choose? Okay, so you will understand that aspect of it. So you get this outcome. So what is the internal rate of return? What do I compare my internal rate of return with? For example, okay, before I make a decision to say that I want to use this method and I want to choose investment A as opposed to investment B. Okay, then of course there's a payback period. What is the difference between the payback period between NPV and IRR? There you will learn concepts of time value of money. Okay, so we will show you exactly how this is all calculated. Okay, then of course you look at mergers and acquisitions to understand why people want to merge or acquire. Sometimes it's a big company acquiring a smaller company that is treated as an acquisition. Sometimes mergers and acquisitions, which are abbreviated as M&A, are used interchangeably, but there is a subtle difference between mergers and acquisition. Okay, so by going through this course, you will understand what the subtle difference is. Okay, so that you will know how to see what are the value drivers, okay, through that is promoting this merger or acquisition. Okay, now let's very quickly do at the functions here of a corporate finance analyst. Okay, what does a corporate finance analyst do? So if you are engaged in a corporate finance activity in a large organization, particularly multinationals, they have the finance functions divided into different. They have internal audit, they have financial accounting, they have corporate finance. Okay, they have many other departments. Okay, so corporate finance typically focus on work that is within the organization, primarily to support the management decision by actually providing actionable financial information. Okay, so the corporate finance analyst basically monitors the financial statement, looks at the expenses, looks at the taxes and other financial things to call out what the company or where the company makes more money. Okay, so you are basically looked upon as a tool for the management itself. Okay, so that you provide information to analyze and somebody makes the decision. Okay, so if you very quickly look at what you do, yeah, I mean, if you are involved in the corporate finance, what do you do? Okay, the first thing that you need to do is you actually need to collect information and data. Where does your initial information and data come from? From your financial statement. So to be able to collect your information and try and understand that information, you need to know what those financial statements mean. Okay, then you need to organize that information in a structured manner. Okay, so this is the actual activity that a corporate finance analyst does. Okay, so you make some projections and do some forecasts. Okay, so based on historical figures that I've obtained, how does my cash flow situation look? Okay, so how do I budget for this? Do I need to increase my budget? Do I need to decrease my budget? So you need some, you will do some projections and forecast. Okay, so essentially you will have sometimes most organizations you have tools to build your financial module, which could be PC based or could be mainframe based. Okay, okay, so you analyze those results. Okay, and then based on the information that you have collected, after putting it in a structured manner, okay, making necessary projections and forecast, okay, and building the financial model, you then analyze the information and you make recommendations. Like I said, your role is to provide support to the management so that it enables management to make decisions. Okay, so you, of course, you can display it in many forms, in charts and graphs and things like that. So you can use simplistic tools. Even some people who are very good in Excel can are able to use that. Okay, but there are a lot of PC-based tools that you can use to be able to do this kind of analysis for the work that a corporate finance analyst does. Okay. Now let's just very quickly analyze what is the corporate finance analyst skill set. Okay, of course, you need accounting skills. Okay, if you don't understand accounting, you're going to have a lot of problems. Very simply put, okay, there's no two ways about it. Okay, so you not only having accounting skills, you must have financial literacy skill. You must know what is the difference between a current asset and a fixed asset. You must know what's the difference between a current liability and a long-term liability. Okay, so these are some literacy skills. Of course, because you collect the data and analyze this, you are expected to have analytical skills. Okay, financial modeling skills, like I said, it could be done through spreadsheets like using Excel or PC-based modeling tools that are available in the market that are that can be used. Okay, interpersonal skills. I cannot re-emphasize that. You need to be able to communicate your this one. Okay, so because you are dealing with the management, you need to be able to collect the information, make the recommendation, present the information, and you must have, of course, sufficient interpersonal skills and communication skills. Okay, and you must have problem-solving skills. Okay, these are basically standard things. A lot of it is, shall I say, nothing that rocket science. These are common things that everybody has, and of course, technical skills means maybe you may have knowledge of PC-based software that can be used to do financial modeling, for example. Okay, and of course, leadership and management skills, so that you lead your team in this aspect of the business itself. Okay, guys, I've reached the end of my section. Basically, I've covered what the CCFA program does in terms of the 8 modules. I've looked at it in detail, so that will be sufficient for you to be able to really get an appreciation of understanding these costs and applying this in your real work environment. Okay, thank you very much. This is Param. So if you have any questions, I'm ready to take it. Okay, or if there are any questions for Rupak, I'm sure he will answer them. All right, guys, thank you very much. Hello. Hi, Rupa, can you hear me?
Sir, Rupak sir, just leave. You can take the questions.
We can
Okay,
hear you.
okay, fine. Fine. Any questions, please? Anyone?
From my end, no questions. It is well understandable. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for the feedback. Anyone else? Yeah, close
Yeah.
to about 20 over people.
Are you hearing me?
Yes,
Yes,
hello.
yes, I can hear
Hello?
you. Yes, Phil, is that right?
Yeah.
Yes,
From my
Phil.
end, I have a question. Just want to appreciate you for. I'm from Liberia anyway. I want to appreciate you for the lecture and for the presentations,
All right.
and that will improve my understanding. And I hope to be in this class April 6th.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Good to hear. You will learn a lot of things. Anyone else?
Yes. Hi.
Yeah,
How are
yes,
you?
yes, Mondo. Sorry, I can't. I don't have. I'm going to have difficulty pronouncing your name. I can hear you. Tell me.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. I wanted to know what if someone is not familiar with accounting? Can we still do the course?
Yes, of course you can, because like I told you in the module 1, 2, 3, and 4, we will explore the individual financial statements, and we will look at the income statement, we will look at the balance sheet, we will look at the cash flow statement, we will look at the content of this cash flow statement, we will look at the format of this financial statement, we will look at how to prepare these financial statements. So if you really don't have knowledge of it, so fine. We will explore it in this module, so that
Okay.
the analysis part is subsequently done. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, Prof. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, Anis. How can I help you?
Yes. Yeah. It is a very, very, very clarification about these models. I'm so exciting to go in deeply in accounting and finance.
Yes.
That is a very, very, very clarification I see in my career of accounting. Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Great.
so happy and I'm so exciting. I wish to be enrolling and we'll find out. But we need more practical. Yeah, we need more practical in accounting. If we're
Yeah.
doing more practical, it will help more. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Just to address the point that you're making, yeah. I have had discussions with Rupak, Mr. Rupak, who presented the initial start. Okay, so we have agreed that we will provide you with more practical examples, so that you have a better appreciation of the theory. Okay, sometimes the theory won't make sense if you don't know how to apply the theory. So we will provide in the course modules additional examples, so that you can understand how this concepts that you learn or the theory that you pick up is actually applied in the real world environment.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Lord.
All
Yeah.
right.
Hello.
Hi, say.
Yes. Hello.
Yes, how are you once again?
Fine.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. This is Edward. I just want to appreciate the presentation, introduction to corporate finance.
Right.
The course outline or overview are very interesting, and I can't wait to start the classes. However, I just want to ask the teacher because in WhatsApp I informed that we are supposed to start the classes this evening, whether that will be today or next Sunday. I just want to know that. Second is like this course online. I don't know whether we will be having slides sent to us so that you revise after lectures. I don't know how that plan is done. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Basically, what I will do is for each of the modules, I have a number of slides. So I will go through those number of slides. Okay, so I'll go through those number of slides and explain the content of those slides. Then you will get a copy of those slides.
All right.
admin will send you a copy of those slides, and you will also get a synopsis video of the slide. You will not get the entire video that I'm doing, but you will get a synopsis so that you have it's a summary video of the content of the module itself. Okay, so this is what you will get.
Okay. Okay. And the classes, are we starting the classes today or next Sunday?
No, I maybe the one who can answer the question is Najmul. Are you there? I think what
Yes, sir. I am here, sir.
can you answer that question when this class is going to start?
Yes, sir. The class will be start from 13th of April.
Oh, I thought just now
Come
Rupak
again?
6th of April.
23rd. I was told 23rd.
No. It's today is only our orientation part.
Okay.
The first
Okay.
class start from 13th of April.
All right.
Yeah.
30th
And
of March.
I thought it said
April,
6th. I thought it said 6th of April. Sorry? I heard 6th of April. I didn't hear 13th of April now.
sorry, sir. I don't
Okay,
get
I
you.
think this one will be communicated in the WhatsApp. Let
Yes,
us
yes,
just
yes,
get
yes,
that
yes. We'll
information in WhatsApp.
yes, we'll
And
we'll share the info.
I also propose if we can have what
Sorry, we can't hear you.
always be updated even before class.
Edward, sir, actually, we are not able to hear you. I think the network issue. Would you please repeat again?
I'm saying that I'm suggesting if the management can create a WhatsApp group of all the students and someone that will be updating the student online, because communication, because we are in different countries, it will be very hard. So we better have a group, a WhatsApp group that will be a platform for us to get information.
Yes, sir. Our admin will create a WhatsApp group very soon, and will notify every information in the WhatsApp group. Thanks for your concern.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome,
Yeah,
sir.
so, thank you very much. This is Charles here from Ghana. The presentation was so good. I really like the way it was presented, but I've got some few questions. I want to find out, looks like we're doing 8 models for the 4 months. How many models are we going to handle for a month?
Yes. Actually, in this course, we have 9 modules, but we'll cover full 9 modules in 8 sessions. The course duration is 4 months, but we'll arrange the class only on Sunday, not every Sunday, only Sunday. And the rest of the weeks will conduct the exams, the assignments, and etc. etc.
So class is happening every Sunday.
Yes, every Sunday. The class will be start from 13th of April. The class
Okay.
time is 2 to 4 p.m. GMT.
Okay. So apart from the Sunday class, are we going to have exams and other sections on the weekday apart from the Sunday, or everything is going to happen on the Sunday?
Yes, everything is going to happen on Sunday.
Okay, but can you, give me an idea as to the number of models that will be handled, let's say, in a month?
Okay, I think you are asking Charles, sir. Sir, let me contact your representative. He will provide you every module details.
Okay, all right, cool.
So,
Okay.
Najmul, if I may add, I believe that you will share the schedule with the students, right?
Yes. We'll share.
All right, great.
Yes, I say.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yes, this is Shungu Madzorera. I just mean to ask, I've enjoyed the proceedings since the beginning, yeah? Your offer is quite something that's important. Now I just wanted to establish on which master's programs you also have on offer. which master's programs do you have on offer?
Yeah.
Shall I get to know about those?
Extension.
Yes,
That
sir.
one cannot go. Which one?
Sir, actually, we have a lot of
No, it is what?
40 plus
don't
masters
have
program.
Yeah.
Let me also share you
You want to put it
representative the
there?
details. Is it okay, sir?
Okay, can you come again? I think the network is giving me problems.
Okay. Sir, actually, we have 40 plus MBA and master programs. So let me do one thing. Let me provide you the information to your representative. He or she will provide all the information regarding this.
Oh, no, I'm thankful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Welcome, sir.
I'm thankful.
yeah. Myself, I also want to understand the master program also. Please, can you share with me too?
No
Are you
issue, sir.
hearing me, sir?
Yes, I'm hearing you. No issue, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. I also provide your representative regarding this issue. He or she will providing the master program information.
yeah. I'm very interested in the master program.
Okay, sir. Param sir, very much thank you for your well explanation.
All right.
So as we already completed the session, so we can conduct here.
Yes. Nazmul, I just have one question, yeah.
Yeah, sure, sir.
The course you say will probably start on the 13th of April. What is the
Yes.
time of the course, yeah?
Yeah, the timing is 2 to 4 p.m. GMT.
Okay, 2 to 4 GMT.
Yes, sir.
Because I think there was a question because some people are going to church and things like that, so they don't want to
Yes.
time. All right. Okay. Great. Thanks, Nazmul.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
No.
George, sir.
Yes. Thank you for the presentation. It was very good. From your initial presentation, I've seen something about scholarships. I was just asking how are they structured? Are they fully funded? I just want some details about it. Thank you.
Sir, actually, I think you should talk to your representative. He or she can explain this better.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Yes, Jamal. Hello.
Yes.
Hello, Mondo, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can have a topic of today that it
No,
will
sir.
help us.
Sir, we'll share the pre-course assignment tomorrow, but we haven't any
Okay.
session today.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So,
Hello.
any other question? Yes,
Yes.
Samuel.
Come again. Come
Yes,
again. Did
please,
you say tomorrow we'll have what?
Oh, Edward, sir. We'll share a pre-course assignment for learning purpose, which is Rupak sir mentioned earlier. And you have to complete the pre-course assignment before 12th of April.
Oh, okay.
And we also provide the LMS guideline. So hope you will get the notification very soon.
Very good. Very good.
Okay.
All right.
Hello.
Yes, Samuel, sir.
Yes. Lastly, please. Somebody made mention of probably you creating also WhatsApp group, so at least we'll be able to interact and get information, easily. How soon will that be done?
Yes, sir. Those participants already paid. Will create the WhatsApp group very soon. I am requesting our authority to do that. So every information, the pre-course assignment, the assignments, the class schedule, will provide everything in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, thank you. Then secondly, please, you said the total modules for this course is 9 and the duration is 4 months, and we'll only be
Yes.
taking classes on Sundays. So does that mean in a month, which means in a month we will be taking 4 courses?
Actually,
Is that it?
during
Or how will the timetable be able to, how are you going to do the timetable in a way that will be able to cover all of the 9 modules in 4 months, and then mind you, in the same 4 months, we'll also be doing having exams, assignments, and what I mean. Because I'm looking at the fact that probably just having classes on Sundays is a bit will be a bit strenuous and time limited. But if we can possibly, if you can possibly adjust the timetable in such a way that we'll be able to cover all of the 4 modules within the time frame, I think it will be highly appreciated.
Yes, sir. Sir, we'll do one thing. We'll provide the schedule of classes and also the exam, the tentative date for exam and assignments. So you can schedule your work and the other thing.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
So we're looking forward to starting very soon.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we can conclude here, sir.
Yes, Najmul, if there are no other questions, I think we can end the session. Thank you very much to everybody. Thanks, Najmul.
Yes.
So we hope to catch up when we start this program.
So,
okay.
Yes, sir. Bye from my side.
Bye. Yeah, bye for now. Yeah.
Okay, sir.